okay, we need to bring in our customers. How are we going to do this? We kind of have to like like in a round table, put our heads together and come up with some like amazing magical plan. To be honest, I think that's a giant waste of time. I don't think there's anything wrong with like taking someone else's playbook, especially if it's been tried and true. Time is everything. It's literally like the most precious commodity. And in a startup, you're racing against the clock. So if you have read an article, listened to a podcast, whatever it is, where someone has talked about a playbook that they have run that has worked extremely well for them, maybe you can duplicate that. Maybe you can create your own sort of version around that. And that's exactly what we did at Factor Quality to really acquire like our early customers. Part of that was like one, reaching into our investor network, which I can dive into in a little bit. The second was this thing. I don't know if anyone is familiar with Sam Blond. He was the former chief revenue officer over at Brex, and he ran this thing called the Champagne Campaign, where he sent bottles of champagne to like businesses and their ICP that had just raised like a recent round of funding. And it literally was like champagne, handwritten note, congratulations, like wear Brex. That was it. It wasn't like a sales pitch. It didn't give you the ick. It was genuinely like, oh, this is a nice gift. And then like a few weeks later, it was followed up with more of like a sales cadence. I think it like an email or something. And it had a 75 demo to close rate, which is wild. They only spent like 20K on it. So we kind of ripped off that version, ended up like acquiring a boatload of customers. Once those customers kind of like went through our service and they were satisfied, okay, we can't stop there. What is the next step that we need to do to make sure that we are taking our existing customers and then using that story to bring in new customers and acquire new customers? Content is key, like social proof is key right now. How do we lean into this? And we brought on a team. Shout out to Verbatim. I think you've actually talked to Adrian. He's fantastic. They've really helped us lean into that social proof, extract it, and then marketed it out. And that's really enabled us to like not just share what we do, validate ourselves, and acquire new customers as well. And also push customers that are like kind of standing on the edge of saying yes, but are a little unsure. We have a bunch of case studies that we can kind of throw their way to kind of push them in the direction of yes. So that's like really helped start our flywheel. It's going to go through numerous iterations. But again, like we took someone else's playbook. It worked out really well for us. Obviously, there's only so many times that you can run that playbook. So we knew that we had to explore other avenues, and the one that made the most sense, again, like low hanging fruit, was just tapping into an investor network just for the lead gen side, and also worked very well too. This early stage growth work does not have to be expensive at all. I like to joke, it's free 99. Like take someone's playbook. It's tried and true. You don't have to go through like the trouble of like, will this work? Will it not? Will it be sticky? Will it not? You don't have to spend 20K like Brex did, right? You can like dumb that down, and like people love handwritten notes, even if it's like with, I don't know, like some $5 like gift. A handwritten note goes so far, especially in an age where everyone's on their phone or like checking their emails. A handwritten note that says like congratulations on your recent fundraise. First of all, who's this person? But amazing that like someone cares enough to reach out to me and like go out of their way to like write a handwritten note. That's also the stickiness of like being in someone's memory as well. And it's basically free. Like you don't have to spend that much capital on it at all to have like a big impact.